our class on expected questions on international relations. We'll be covering 4 important topics here that focuses on debt treatment, AUKUS, the global gateway and the pacts for future. So starting with the common framework for debt treatment. Now this is an idea to solve the global debt concern and a common framework for it. So there were 3 important nations from Africa that were selected, and these were Zambia, Ghana and Ethiopia. Now there were the creditors from G20 and Paris Club. However, the party said that not only the Western creditors should coordinate for the debt relief, but outside lenders should also take part into it. So non-Paris Club creditors, which mainly included China, was brought into to restructure the debt of the low-income nations on a cooperative case-by-case basis. Now, despite the fact that this whole case has been taken into account, there has been very slow progress. The test centers, the test cases, the test countries, Zambia, Ghana and Ethiopia have not flourished as they could have been. So we can say the progress is extremely slow. India, being a G20 member, has mediated on a conditional basis for the common debt for common framework for debt treatment, and there have been cases of IMF bailout, the sovereign debt crisis, which have been taken into account, and the restructuring of that has been considered for creditors' interest and the debtors' sustainability. The next is the Global Gateway Initiative. Now this initiative has been started by European Union. Now the basic idea is this is a tough call to the China's Belt Road Initiative. Now China's Belt Road Initiative has been a very, very important topic so far. Now when European Union is trying to bring in a Global Gateway Initiative, it is bringing nearly 300 billion euros by 2027 for global infrastructure. So unlike the Belt Road Initiative, it has been focusing on, or it has been questioned on, we could say, the idea of the debt trap diplomacy, and this has been a point which has been focusing on transparency and grants by European Union. However, Belt Road Initiative has been built on mainly loans. So this debt trap diplomacy and loans have been a major question under this. Now if this Global Gateway Initiative works well, countries like India and Middle East and Europe would have a common corridor, and through this IMEC corridor, which is India, Middle East and Europe corridor, there would be digital developments, energy and transport links that would take into account. So that is again the grant based approach which European Union is following, with transparent democratic models and low risk as compared to the Belt Road Initiative. The next is AUKUS Pillar 2. Now AUKUS is the Australia's nuclear powered submarine. Now AUKUS Pillar 2 is a real immediate geopolitical revolution which has been brought in line with the deep tech partnership from Australia, US and UK, and it focuses on shifting the entire system to a next generation cutting edge technology, specifically for the military. Not just the military, but it is also focusing on advanced cyber securities, quantum computing, hypersonics and dual use technology. So semiconductor wars would be the major idea which has been taken into account, and then there are new partners being added to AUKUS, which include Japan and New Zealand. So New Zealand and Japan are 2 important nations which are again coming as part of AUKUS Pillar 2. Another important thing is the global semiconductor wars and the regulations of dual use technology, a very, very important topic for your upcoming examination. Also focusing on modern defense treaties and how these treaties are moving from hardware to software and data security is important. So those are some of the important topics where intersection of international relations and science and technology comes into being. And then the next and the last topic for today is rebooting the United Nations, which talks about the Pact of the Future. Now the Pact of the Future is an outcome document which was under the recent UN Summit for Future, and it focuses on 4 important pillars, that is the UN Security Security Council reform, which says that the UN Security Council should actually be more representative and effective, bringing in new financial architecture with fair debt mechanism and support systems, pushing it for more developing nations to take part into it, then focusing on future generations through sustainability and sustainable development, and finally digital inclusion and governance under the digital global impact. Now these 4 pillars constitute a rare combination of global consensus on the deep geopolitical fragmentation that has been taking place so far. So this is again a very important topic in light of global governance. We will be focusing on more such important topics in the upcoming sessions, and of course before your prelims we have a huge set of important topics for you. Since the prelim section is very vast, very unpredictable, we are trying to bring some of the most and the rarest of the concepts for you. So stay tuned for more updates from our side. Thanks for joining, and for more information you can connect us either through the comment section here or WhatsApp on the number below. Thank you.